They said Earth was primitive. They said humanity was loud, emotional, divided, and inefficient, an upstart species that had stumbled into the galactic community by accident rather than merit. And for a long time, humans let them believe it. The first contact protocols were polite, almost painfully so. When the Varelian Concorde arrived at the edge of soul space, their vessels gleamed with polished alloys and ceremonial light patterns. They broadcast greetings layered in mathematical harmonics, assuming the species they were about to meet would struggle to decode even the basics. Instead, Earth answered within seconds. Perfectly. That should have been the first warning. The second warning came when humanity refused to display its military. "We prefer diplomacy," Earth's representatives said calmly in the Galactic Assembly. "Weapons make conversations complicated." The galaxy mistook restraint for weakness. For nearly 80 standard cycles, humanity played the role assigned to it. Earth joined the assembly, paid its dues, sent cultural envoys, shared limited technology, medical breakthroughs, agricultural efficiency, clean energy systems, always helpful, always cooperative, always holding back. What the galaxy never truly understood was this: Earth was not peaceful because it was incapable of war. Earth was peaceful because it knew exactly what war required. The warning came once. Only once. It was delivered during the 9114th convocation of the Galactic Assembly, when border disputes between the Car Dominion and several minor species escalated into open annexation. Entire worlds were stripped of resources, populations relocated or erased under the Dominion's doctrine of order through supremacy. Human Ambassador Elena Reyes stood before the assembly chamber, her posture relaxed, her voice steady. "Humanity recognizes the Dominion's military strength," she said, "but we urge restraint. The path you are choosing will not end the way you believe." The card delegate laughed, a sharp, echoing sound amplified through translation fields. "Earth speaks as if it matters," he replied. "Your species has no history of interstellar war, no record of empire, no proof of dominance." Reyes nodded slowly. "That is because," she said, "we learned early that dominance is expensive, and mercy is a luxury we only offer when it is respected." The chamber dismissed her words as poetic noise. That was the warning. The first human colony burned 6 months later. New Dawn was not a military world. It had no planetary shield grid, no orbital weapons platforms. It was a terraforming hub. Scientists, engineers, families, children. The Car Dominion claimed it was a navigation error. Earth did not accept the apology. What the galaxy saw next was still restrained. Human fleets did not surge outward. No declarations of war echoed across hyperspace. Instead, Earth requested investigations, sanctions, arbitration. Every request was denied. The Dominion pressed further, seizing trade routes, harassing human shipping, testing response times. Their analysts concluded that humanity lacked the will to escalate. They were wrong. They had mistaken patience for fear. The shift was subtle at first. Human diplomats withdrew from several assembly committees. Earth's data-sharing agreements quietly expired. Research stations that once welcomed alien observers went dark, their access codes revoked. Then the shipyards woke up. For centuries, humanity had dispersed its industrial capacity. No single system held the key. No single shipyard revealed the full picture. What the galaxy had catalogued as civilian infrastructure began to reconfigure with terrifying efficiency. Asteroid belts hollowed out and reforged themselves. Gas giants sprouted construction rings. Deep space facilities, long thought abandoned, activated ancient beacon codes. And still, Earth said nothing. The Dominion struck again, this time openly. A human trade convoy was intercepted in neutral space. The escorts were destroyed. The freighters were seized. Their crews were never returned. The Car Supreme Strategos addressed the assembly with confidence. "Earth has been warned," he declared. "Compliance ensures survival." That broadcast reached Earth within minutes. So did humanity's response. It was not a speech. It was a signal. Across thousands of systems, dormant human assets activated simultaneously, not with flashy displays, but with precise, synchronized movement. The galaxy's sensor networks lit up with anomalies. Objects that had been catalogued as debris altered course. Comets adjusted trajectories. Dead probes, centuries old, transmitted fresh data bursts. Humanity had not built an empire. It had built contingency. The first battle occurred in the car border system of Trelvan. The Dominion fleet expected resistance from the usual directions: warp lanes, hyperspace corridors. They did not expect space itself to turn against them. Human vessels did not arrive in formation. They emerged everywhere. From behind moons, from within radiation clouds, from micro-jump points calculated with obscene precision. Ships of unfamiliar design, angular, unadorned, utterly focused on function. No hails were sent. No demands issued. The first Dominion battleship vanished when its internal gravity inverted for half a second, crushing it into itself. Another lost all power as its quantum core was remotely destabilized by a weapon the galaxy did not yet have a name for. Human ships did not target indiscriminately. They dismantled. Weapons arrays first, communications second, engines last. It was not a massacre. It was a demonstration. The surviving Dominion vessels fled. Earth let them go. Another warning, unspoken, but unmistakable. The Galactic Assembly erupted in panic. Emergency sessions were called, delegates shouted, threatened, begged. Earth's representative returned to the chamber at last. Ambassador Reyes looked tired. "We told you," she said quietly, "we were holding back." The Car Dominion, humiliated and enraged, chose escalation. They mobilized everything. Ancient warfleets, planet cracker weapons banned by a dozen treaties, mercenary coalitions drawn from the darkest corners of known space. Their strategy was simple: overwhelm Earth with numbers, force surrender through attrition. It might have worked against any other species. Humanity had never believed in quick wars. Every human child learned about conflicts that lasted generations, about supply lines, morale, adaptability, about losing battles to win wars. Earth's response was total, but not chaotic. Human fleets did not rush to meet the Dominion head-on. Instead, they vanished. Trade routes collapsed as Dominion logistics hubs were surgically erased, not destroyed, removed. Fleets found themselves stranded without fuel, without ammunition, without food. Dominion communications fractured under relentless cyber warfare. Orders contradicted each other. Navigation data became unreliable. Allies began to doubt. And then the humans arrived. Not everywhere. Exactly where needed. The siege of Car Prime was the moment the galaxy understood. No planet had ever breached Car Prime's defenses. Layered shields, automated kill zones, a moon converted into a weapons platform. Humanity did not attack the shields. They attacked time. A relativistic field enveloped the system, slowing internal processes by a fraction of a percent, imperceptible at first. Then human saboteur drones, smaller than debris, slipped through shield harmonics calculated to nanosecond precision. They did not explode. They rewrote. Defense algorithms began identifying friendly targets as hostile. Weapon platforms turned inward. The moon fired on its own planet. When the shields finally fell, human ships entered orbit in silence. A single message broadcast across all channels: "This war ends now." The Car leadership refused. Earth complied. Human ground forces did not land en masse. They deployed in modular units, adaptable, self-sufficient. Urban centers were isolated. Command structures collapsed. There were no victory parades. No celebrations. Just relentless efficiency. Human soldiers fought with terrifying discipline, not rage, not hatred, but grim determination. They advanced, secured objectives, moved on. Mercy was offered where possible. But resistance was met without hesitation. War without mercy did not mean cruelty. It meant no illusions. As Car Prime fell, the galaxy watched in stunned silence. Species that had once dismissed humanity began reviewing old data with new eyes. Earth's history, its wars, its recoveries, its resilience suddenly made sense. Humans did not glorify war. They prepared for it. Thoroughly. The Dominion collapsed within a standard year, not because every fleet was destroyed, but because its will shattered. Allies defected. Subject worlds revolted, supported quietly by human logistics and intelligence. When the final surrender was signed, it was not on Car Prime. It was on Earth. The delegation arrived expecting punishment. They found something worse. Restraint. Humanity did not annex territory, did not demand tribute, did not erase the dominion from history. Instead, Earth imposed laws. Strict ones. Weapons limitations, governance reforms, oversight councils with human observers, not rulers. You will rebuild, Ambassador Reyes said, and you will remember. The car strategos, broken and defeated, looked up. Why, he asked, after all this, why not destroy us? Reyes met his gaze. Because, she said, if we do, the next species won't believe the warning. The Galactic Assembly changed after that. Treaties were rewritten with human input, conflict resolution mechanisms gained teeth, aggressors faced consequences, real ones. And Earth? Earth returned to quiet. Shipyards powered down, fleets dispersed, probes went dormant once more. But the galaxy never forgot. Because now, everyone understood the truth. Humanity was not the strongest because it sought power. Humanity was strongest because it knew exactly how far things could go and chose, every day, not to let them. Until forced. And the warning echoed across the stars, carried in hushed conversations and revised threat assessments. If Earth says it is holding back, believe it.